Morning world. Just hanging out. It's 10:30. The messaging people about my stupid transmission. Pedro messaged me back, asked me what's up. I told him my uncle hasn't responded yet. I messaged my uncle and said, hey, you got receipts? Nothing. I knew it was gonna happen. So maybe he responds today. I don't really care. I don't care if he calls back or not. Pedro needs to understand that, he's asking for something I can't really provide. Even if he gives the receipts, you know what I mean? Those receipts are from years ago, you know what I mean? He's still gonna have, even if I show him the receipts, he's still gonna have that thought in the back of his head. Me showing the receipts ain't gonna remove that thought, you understand? So he's not gonna buy it. That's why I messaged my uncle, I'm not wasting any more time. I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to get something for somebody I know I can't provide, They gotta take it on my word. Somebody will come and get this. They need that. They're gonna take my word. Listen, your boy Retrospect he knows what he's doing. This stuff takes time, You gotta wait for the right person. You never wanna do business with shitty people anyways, so I probably would have turned that guy down. I was getting ready to tell him this engine isn't for you. Don't ever be afraid to speak up. Don't. You'll get yourself in a lot of trouble if you don't speak up. Don't be afraid. I was literally about to tell him as he kept on asking for the papers. I was about to tell him, bro, like, look, you're not. This isn't for you. You're paying. He's not even going to be putting it in himself. He's going to be paying for someone to get it in. I don't want to deal with those people. Because those people, they're looking, like I said, mentioned in another video, they're looking for a warranty. They're looking for something I can't give them. So, but I'm awake. I've been up actually for a while now. I made coffee, which is done. We're about to get rocking, So, I logged into my machine, Facebook Marketplace, and I logged in my YouTube so I can record and not have to use my phone, because if I'm recording and I go to log into those things, it asks me to secure it, it's secure through my phone, so I have to hit OK on my phone for anyone to log into my stuff. So basically I have to have my phone in my hand when I'm on the computer in order to get in any websites. So, which I like it like that. I do. I haven't even ate anything really since that cereal, and I don't like it. I can't eat this Captain Crunch. I've grown out of it. Captain Crunch, I do not like anymore. I do not like it. I used to love the cereal. I hate it now. It's absolutely disgusting to me. I don't know why. I can't do it no more. It's too sweet. Bill got it. His sister wanted it. Bill bought 2 big ass bags because he wanted to share it, split it so I could have food. And I was like, I'm not going to say no. It's helpful, I just can't eat it. I banged all the Fruit Loops. I'm gonna have to get some bread or something today. Finish the rest of this peanut butter. I gotta figure something out today bad. People need to buy some stuff. That's why I haven't been doing videos. I've been messaging. People have been asking about my stuff. I'm hoping someone shows up today since it's Saturday. People are at home now. So, we'll see. I get pretty good. I get pretty lucky on the weekends. So, no such thing as luck. I should say I get blessed. Real blessed. There's no such thing as luck. If God created the earth, right? Think about this. If God created the earth and created the whole universe, right? He knows everything, right? Everything's set in a predetermined path. Because you gotta remember, even though, no matter what decision I make, I'm still stuck on this earth. I'm still here, right? There's only 2 choices. I can either ride with the evil or I can ride with him. You never choose, you know what I mean? It's all predispositioned in a sense. Because the world is gonna come, and the world is gonna get destroyed. It's part of the universal cycle. Evolution does exist. God created evolution. Think about it. A baby evolves in the stomach, it gets bigger and bigger, it evolves, it grows into something. We know scientifically that animals and humans, we are animals, we've adapted to things. God has allowed that to happen. He knew it had to happen. He created it that way. She's nauseous. She almost just threw up. She looks so cute with her hair. I gave her her haircut. Her face is so cute. She thinks I got more food. She don't need more food. She's throwing up. She's nauseous. I gotta stop giving her medicine soon. And it's gonna be rough for her because she's been on it. There's only a couple days she hasn't been on it. She's been on it for about over a week now, if you want to add it all up. So it means I'm gonna have to wean her off of it. But she has to have it. She wouldn't even be able to pick herself up. Now she's able to. She's getting big. It's the only reason why she is moving around is because she does have medication in her. Otherwise, she'd be lousy. That's what made her strong, you know what I mean? The medicine, she's not thinking she's sick, she's moving around, she's getting air in her lungs, she's pumping her blood. That's what you want. When I'd get really sick as a kid, the best thing, I used to get on my bike. I would get on my bike and I would ride as hard as I could. When I was a kid, I'd ride, sweat it out. And it's the quickest way to get it out, is work it out. My body would tell me to do that. Your body knows, man. Your body knows. So that screen recording program, I've been just looking at it, tinkering around with it. I haven't used it yet. I'm gonna attempt to use it today, which I think I put sugar in there already. Hopefully it's not too sweet. I need a smoke, that's what it is. I haven't smoked, I'm not fully woke up. I ain't awake yet. I'm woke, just not awake. Coffee for sure. Alright, we're good. It needed more coffee, it needed more sugar. I'm happy with that one. Sorry, man, get yourself this, bro. I'm gonna have a whole pallet dropped off fucking to my boat. It's gonna be bad. Margarita's gonna be like, what the fuck? Yes, sir. I'm gonna have a pallet of that dropped off and a pallet of marijuana. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I don't know. They're gonna think I'm fucking. I get pulled over by the Coast Guard. They're gonna think I'm a drug runner, man. I swear, it's personal. Yeah, right. You have a whole pallet. Yeah, I smoked that in a week. Yeah, I wish. I don't. So yeah, I was happy because that screen recording program. So I didn't change any settings from the screen before that we looked at. It asked me if I wanted to, what screen. It basically just asked me to create a file, the name of it. I did. I clicked next, and then it asked me, do I want a high quality intermediate? Do I want to live stream at 1,000 kilobytes per second, 2,000, 3,000, or YouTube? I clicked YouTube. I hit save. Are you sure you want to overwrite this profile? Yep. We're going to save as, we're going to leave it as a Matroska file. MKV, why not? See how it looks. I don't know what we're going to do today yet. I have to figure out what program we're going to go over. Well, it's going to be Terminal. Let's see. I got to figure out what we're doing today. What I got to set up. I haven't even thought about that really. I just know I gotta record, so I don't know. We'll just do a terminal. I'll just name it terminal. There's so many names: terminal, command, prompt, shell. Alright, codec, that's fine. Preset, super fast. We're gonna leave all that. I don't want to fuck with none of that. Hit continue. Alright, it says I can start recording. I can actually activate a schedule. It says I can enable recording hotkeys, so I can basically pick a key on my keyboard, and I can just hit the button and it'll start recording, which is convenient. Hotkeys, it can be Control Shift Alt, and then super it looks like the right key, the R key. And she's chewing on my shoes, which she's been chewing on my hoodie. She put 2 holes in my hoodie pocket. The hoodie I have on, she chewed 2 holes through it. I was a little upset this morning. But she is my little girl. I just got another hoodie. She don't know any better, you know. She's teething, you know. I'd rather have her with me than not have her. She keeps me happy. She keeps me entertained, keeps me company. That's why I wanted a kitty. Which I gave food to Claw. Claw wasn't having it. I don't know if he's getting birds in the morning or something, and he's just completely full. Because he eats birds. That cat eats birds. And that cat will fuck a bird up real quick. And that's another thing I worry about him, is his diet. You know, if he's eating birds, he's not that healthy. He's eating meat, you know what I mean? That's why his stomach's so big. That's why he's so big. All that rotten meat in him. It's going to be hard to change his diet. I might not be able to take that cat with me. Because I'm going to be on the boat. If he's not eating regular cat food, he's only eating birds, and that's all he wants. It's going to be hard for me to keep him fed with birds, because he's going to be on a boat. He can't hunt. So there is a slight chance Cash might not be coming with me. I mean Claw, not Cash. Claw might not be coming with me. We will see. I would like him to be on the boat. He would definitely be a good cat to be on the boat if I can get him to eat. I have seen him eat cat food, so we'll see. We gotta make some money, which as soon as I sell some of this stuff, I'm gonna be using that money to make money. We're gonna be looking for something to flip. Most likely that Blazer, and I said Bronco the other day in another video. I meant to say Blazer, with the Batman hood, which I want to smoke. I still have that little bud. Waiting for the coffee to kick in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start recording. See what happens. So it is recording. We'll go ahead. My head hurts. I don't know what to do right now. I'm serious. I don't know. I have no idea what I want to do right now. So these are all the usual applications, you know, just regular stuff, which is still a lot more in there. There's a lot of stuff in there that ain't just normal stuff. It's like GTK hash, that's for hashing stuff. Coding, Strato image viewer. I'm gonna open this up real quick. I want to see if it actually does. I haven't used this photo program yet. Holy shit. That's me, 215 pounds. I told people, I'm not lying. I try to tell people I was big. I was a big boy. Listen, man, your boy is 215 pounds. People don't believe me. People don't believe it. until I show him. Listen, your boy was a big boy. I was 215 there. You can see it. You see my arms. Listen, I had nothing but problems 215. I'm serious. I had nothing but problems that way. That's when I was working. This is when I was at the This is actually the halfway house. Holy shit. This is in Dexter Ave in Detroit. I was in the hood. I literally just got home. This was the place. This is where that fucking parole officer tried to keep me and fucking tell me I'm not allowed to have my own place. I'm not allowed to move around. I was in that room right there. There was a crackhead right here fucking smoking crack every night. I told him if you don't stop smoking that crack in this room, we're going to have a problem. He stopped coming in the room to smoke. He started leaving to go smoke. I told the parole officer, my supervisor, her supervisor, I'm not having it. See how big I was? I was fat, man. I had a second chin. Look at that. I had a double chin right there. That's how big I was. People don't believe me. They're like, oh, you can't be that big. You were never that big. Your body can't hold that. See? Look at that. See how big I was? And it caused nothing but problems, man. See how fat my face is? I'm serious. I caused nothing but problems. I couldn't breathe when I got up the stairs. This is when I start. All right, so right here, this is when I was in Detroit. This week, see my cross that I have on? That week was the week I bought those Nautica shirts. That week is the week that my fucking parole officer went out to on vacation. And I asked God, I said, it's time to roll. It's time to move. Let's do this. He said, go on, kid. I got you. So, I was moving, man. I started moving. Got a job, making over $100,000 a year. I was in charge of a lot of people. I was making a lot of money. I'll show you guys, I can show you guys pictures of my work and stuff. This is the motel that I bought. I was paying $1,300 a month for this motel, but I had my own room. I had my own bed. This motel was like an apartment. It had its own bathroom, everything. Yeah, I was a big boy. I come through, people would move away. They would, and they look at me, they'd move around, they'd step over because of my size. I was all fat, normal, I gained weight fast, man. I literally went from 175, 180 to 215 in literally 90 days because of that job. It was stressing me out. People were trying to sabotage me, which I'm wondering where that fucking jacket is. I think Margarita has that jacket. I think she took it without me knowing when she took off to that family, knowing she wouldn't see me for a long time until the contract's over. I'm pretty sure she has it because I cannot find it, and it's a North Face. It's expensive. That shit ain't cheap. It ain't. It's a nice ass jacket, and it's reversible too. Expensive as fuck. Yeah. That was the truck that fucking took a shit. My dad's truck. I got tired of my dad driving around in a piece of shit truck. Yeah. Boy had some weight on him, man. That was my first job when I got home. U-Hauls, clean out that shit. Clean out the backs real quick. I stayed there for like 3 weeks because I got another job, and then actually I was there for about a month. They fucked me out of my check. I fixed all those fucking lights for fucking the company, and she didn't even split the fucking thing with me. She kept all the money for Christmas for her fucking children. So whatever, I bought her fucking children gifts. That's what it was. All of her children got like a $3,000 check, and she spent the whole $3,000 check. The whole store got a $3,000 check because of me. Because of me, and she took it all and spent it. So I feel good about it. All of her kids got presents, and she was a black woman, so you know what? I bought all of her black kids presents. I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm tired of the racism, ignorance. So when you work at U-Haul, if you ever do work at U-Haul, man, or anything like that, listen, man, you take a picture of what you did. That way I know for a fact that person takes off. I can prove that I fucking tightened this down. I hooked it up. The chains were hooked up. You cannot sue me. You cannot say that I hurt you. You know what I mean? You got in an accident because of me. No, that's not happening. I'm taking a picture every time. See, there is an actual motel I was staying at. See how big it was? Then I invited my little brother over. He was strung out. I gave him a haircut and stuff. I can put clothes on him, all that stuff. This fucking girl was crazy, man. She's psycho. I met her on Facebook, and fucking she's cool ass chick. Never done anything with her. Never met her in person. I was going to. Cool ass girl, man. Has a heart. She just, I knew what she was about. I knew what it was going to be. I enjoyed talking with her. Man. Oh, fuck, man. It was so much. It's so heavy. That's my niece. That's my cousin kid. Alright. There's my old work. That's where I was making $1,600 a month, right here. I was driving these around all day long. Those ones were all broke. Yeah. There's my ride. Yeah. I rode around in all day. This one was down. Show you guys. So yeah, here's the fucking yard I ran. I ran this yard, man. I was in charge of this whole fucking thing, dude. In charge of everyone. It was crazy. I missed the job. It was a good job. I missed it a lot. I was responsible for a lot, though. It was a lot of headache. So then I got home. I had my laptop. I bought this screen from the pawn shop for $200, which I ended up selling it. I liked it. It was a beautiful screen. It was a 34-inch ultra wide. It was cool. You don't really see them that much. You always see the curved screens and stuff. So yeah, this was my little motel. I had it nice, I had bamboo flowers and stuff. I actually liked that place. That's where I was living before this house. I gave up this place. I was gonna stay here, then move into my own place, you know what I mean? And then my dad conned me into, he seen me, what it was is I was making a lot of money. He wanted to split rent so he could use his money to go off with this girl. That's what it was. So there's all those pictures. I'm trying to find. I know we didn't go through all of them yet. Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. Now you make me want to look at more pictures. Well, myself, I want to look at more pictures. I'll show you a picture of the first day I met my daughter. The first day I ever met my daughter. Right there. She knew instantly. She knew I was her dad, man. She pointed to her mom and said, "Is this dad?" fucking made me cry, man. She was dressing me up. She did my makeup and shit that day. Fucking, she wanted to put the towel like a girl on my head. She put her Barbie glasses on me. It was bad. That's her mama, my daughter. My daughter, it was, I miss her so much. That was her. That was like our first day going out together, out to eat together. Yeah. So that's another reason why I'm doing this. I haven't seen my daughter in over 7 years, you know. She's 10 years old now. And her mother kept her away from me. Her mom never even knew who I was. She never took the time to get to know me. She never even gave me the chance to know who my daughter was. She strictly just let me be in my daughter's life for a few months and then just completely ripped her out of my life because of my older brother and his wife. They were talking on Facebook behind my back, saying stuff that isn't true. So to accomplish their evil little schemes, which was to make me miserable because they were jealous that I had a girl and they didn't, because they were trying to have a little girl and they couldn't. What's funny, as soon as I have a little girl and I find out what happens after they do all this, they have a little girl. So they did all that shit for no reason out of envy. It drives me crazy. There's the 240. When I fucking started working on it, my daughter would help me. So I had a S14. This car only had 36,000 miles on it. When I sold it, I had 32 when I got it. I only put a handful of thousand miles on it. I found it. They want 10 grand for it. I'm not spending 10 grand on that car. I would for my daughter, just so my daughter can have that car, because she knows that car. She would say it's her race car. Listen, man, my daughter, when I first met her, she wouldn't eat from me. She wouldn't do anything with me. She didn't know who I was at first. You know, she was nervous. So, I love this picture. But, you know, she wouldn't eat from me unless I went in the car. Like, I could not get her to eat, man. She would not eat. The only way, like, listen, the first day, she went the whole day without eating. I was like, dude, this girl's got to eat. Her mom's going to kill me, you know? I went to McDonald's, right? I gave her a Happy Meal. I put her in the back seat of my car. I just handed her the Happy Meal. I didn't watch her or nothing. I gave her the box, clothes, everything. I just, take this. And I just drove. I got on the freeway and I turned on music. I didn't say anything to her. I just drove and she smashed the whole box. Then after that, it was on, dude. And she would only eat from me in the back seat of my car. Like, if I went to go get food and brought her around the house, she would do this. No, and she would plan at my car. She would want to be in my car 24/7. She'd want to be in that 240. It drove me crazy because that's where she wanted to be. And it was funny because, like, she had a problem sometimes going to bed for her mom late at night, you know? Her mom wouldn't be able to put her to sleep, and her mom would get frustrated. And I'd be like, take her for a car ride. And she'd be like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, she goes to sleep in my car. She's like, no, she don't. She don't do that for me. And I'm like, well, your car don't have an exhaust system that hums. You know what I mean? It doesn't, listen, that vibration, the motor, as soon as I got on the freeway from where her mom stayed, I drove 2 miles. I'd get to 80 from 8 Mile to 6 Mile on 275. Only 2 miles. Out cold. Done. As soon as I got to 80, you'd hear it would rev at between like 3 grand, you know, 2,500, 3 grand. You'd hear that HKS exhaust system, you know, hum. You know, she would go right to sleep. She loved it. She loved that car. And it sucks because I got rid of that car to help my dad out, which I got fucked over. I'm trying to find a couple more pictures. Haha, here we go. It's me and Margarita when we went out. That was downtown Detroit. She's so beautiful. I love that. All these are downtown. She's so amazing. I miss her so much. She's so beautiful. Look at that outfit, man. And it's all natural, you know. There's no makeup on her. It's just, She's just got a dress on, you know, my sunglasses, and, you know, just simple flops, flippy floppies. You know, look at that. So precious. This is my backpack. That backpack's seen some action, man, I'm telling you. That backpack's been around. I miss her so much. Most beautiful woman in the world, I'm telling you. I love this picture. That smile. And so, like, she's like, I hate you. See, I bought her that right there. It's Mother Mary. I hope she has it on. I know she does. These bikes are pretty cool. They worked good. That was the only bikes that I actually had no problem with. Those scooters I always had problems with. I like that picture. I love all these pictures, man. So I am a photographer, if you can't tell. This is what I do professionally. I'm going to be buying real equipment soon. You guys are going to be floored when you see the stuff that I get. You guys have no idea what's coming. So I took her Southwest Detroit, which is Mexican town. She was really homesick, you know, like really, really bad. She needed to. I took her to a place that felt like home, you know. She felt at home there. All, you know, everyone was, you know, speaking Latino, you know, Mexican, Spanish, you know, other dialects. You know, she smelt her food in the air. You know, her people. You know, she was happy. You can tell she was at peace. And then there's us, our shadow. That park I mentioned in another video, that first swing set we sat on. Those are those. I took her downtown Plymouth. We went. That was a good night. So beautiful. That's downtown Detroit in Southwest off of Verner and fuck. It's in there. You're in the middle of the heart of Mexico, downtown Mexico, Detroit, in a sense. Those chairs are fucking huge. They're like 20 feet up in the air, if you can't tell. Like she sat in it. See, it's fucking huge. I'm not sure. That's we were at Henry Ford Museum, which I plan on going before I go. I take off. I'm gonna do a documentary, do some videos and stuff. Hoping maybe I'll have her with me. She loved that place. I love that picture. That's one of my favorite pictures. She got mad at me and come running at me like, you fucker. So pretty. That's so sophisticated. It's amazing the stuff that they do, you know? I miss her so much, man. You have no idea. Most precious woman in this world, I'm telling you. This woman has such a heart, man. This woman goes through so much pain to help these children, you know, and teach them. And to sit here and watch these families use her, it hurt bad. I love this picture. This picture fucking drives me crazy. This picture with the moon right there. Oh my God, does it drive me nuts? I'm about to post it. We're at downtown Woodward Dream Cruise. Further's my dad. This is the man I'm talking about. He's stubborn, man. Stubborn asshole. Listen, I love the man, dude. I do. I love that man. There's a picture you guys can't see. You can kind of see it from here, but you can't see nothing because it's so small. She's in her silk with no top. So I can't show you guys that. Yeah, she's so beautiful. I love her so much. You can tell we were happy, man. We were just at peace, you know? I got little lipstick marks and shit. That was, we went to the carnival. That was actually at the Novi Show place. It was that big ass one. Her dumb ass fucking jumped in we're at Walmart. She jumped in the fucking, she dragged me into the fucking, stuffed animals. I pulled her out. It was great. That was my favorite lake. I always go to this lake to think and ponder. It's actually where I rode. All my videos where I'm riding, I'm hitting those gaps and stuff. There's trails through there. That was me in Silver Lake. That photo is actually her. That's her photography. That's Margarita's picture. She took that. That's how good she is. That was on our canoe ride. Our first date. Our real first date. Like, we've dated obviously before that, but we went out on a date. The canoe ride. And then that's her. And that's enough. I'm starting to get mushy. So we're gonna smoke. Yeah, that's all screen recording, so I might even post it. Why not? I don't care. So yeah, open up a terminal, see what happens. Sudo su so we can get administrative rights. So if you ever need help, right? You need to figure out stuff. If you type in man, I think it's manual. Yep, see? Alright. This is the manual page. This is an interface to the system reference manuals. So each program has a manual they put in, right? This is basically to show you how to use. It teaches you everything, okay? We're going to be starting from the basics. We're going to be learning from this. We're going to be doing simple stuff. So it says man name. So it's manual page. It says man hyphen an interface to the system reference manuals. Then it has the synopsis, man, and then it has the options, what you type, the different things you can do and set. You have parameters. So, these all have they all do different things, which we'll be learning on what they do. Some of them I don't even know. I've never used them. Some of them I have. So we're going to go ahead and start reading. It has man-k-k-f-l-w. Those are all the different options. It says description. Man is the system's manual pager. Each page argument given to man is normally the same of a program, utility, or function. The manual page associated with each of these arguments is then found and displayed. A section, if provided, will direct man to look only in that section of the manual. So if I direct it and tell it what to do, it will do it. The default action is to search in all of the available sections following a predefined order and to show only the first page found, even if page exists in several sections. Says the table below shows the section numbers of the manual followed by the types of pages they contain. So number 1 is going to always show you the executable programs or shell commands. So, basically commands that tell the computer what to do and what not to do type of stuff. It says system calls is number 2. This is the hierarchy. This is how it searches. Number 2 in hierarchy, it goes system calls, functions provided by the kernel. So the kernel is like the brain in a sense, The kernel has all the language, right? And the parameters to know what to do. The kernel's been built by people, The kernel's basically a brain that's been developed by people. They're just words, sentences that tell the computer what to do in a sense. Library calls functions within program libraries. So number 3, library calls, a lot of these services, programs rely on other programs, other libraries to run. So that's what it's saying. You can find library calls. Special files usually found in /dev development files. Number 5, file formats and conventions, for example, etc/passwords. That's where, it saves it. 6 is games. 7, miscellaneous, including macro packages and conventions. For example, man, graph, man pages. Number 8, system administration commands usually only for root. And then number 9 is kernel routines non-standard. It says, a manual page consists of several sections. Conventional section names include name, synopsis, configuration, description, options, exit status, return value, errors, environment, files, versions, conforming to, notes. It looks like bugs, which I have a lot of those in my program I'm working out. Example, authors, and see also. It says the following conventions apply to the synopsis section and can be used as a guide in other sections. Okay, then it tells you what the blue and green means, which I've been actually wondering. I knew, but in a sense, but they changed the colors on me. Backtrack used to be red. Legacy, everything used to be in red. They changed the colors on me a little bit. Which actually gave me the option to go back to the original Legacy. I chose not to. I chose to stick with the blue and the green for a reason, because if they did it, if they're doing this, you know what I mean, and it's default, it's obviously for a reason. So the following conventions apply to the synopsis section and can be used as a guide in other sections. This says bold text, blue bold text, type exactly as shown. So anything in the blue text has to be exactly the same. It says italic text, replaced with appropriate argument. So, these basically, if I gotta tell the program what to do, the argument. Should I do this? Should you look for this and not look for that, in a sense? Or whatever it is, whatever argument, expression I give it, in a sense. And you have to understand that what that program knows. That program might not know everything that you are throwing at it. So you almost, like when hackers and stuff used to hack into other computers, other shells, people used to design their own shells. They don't know what is out there, so they'll throw commands at it just to see, because you don't know, That's why I typed in man, because man will give me all of the stuff that is in the shell. It will let me know what is in there if the person developed it. Some people won't put that stuff in there, they don't want people to know. It's hidden, like a backdoor type stuff. Says examples, well, here we go. It says ABC-ABC, blue, any or all arguments within, the quotation marks are optional. Dash A with the line dash B options delimited by. So this is a delimiter. You use that line. I forget what they call it. It says options delimited by that cannot be used together. So we'll have to figure that out when that time comes. Argument is repeatable. It says expression ... entire expression within the quotations is repeatable. It says exact rendering may vary depending on the output device. For instance, man will usually not be able to render italics when running in a terminal and will typically use underlined or colored text instead. The command or function illustration is a pattern that should match all possible invocations. In some cases, it is advisable to illustrate several exclusive invocations, as is shown in the synopsis section of this manual page. So examples, man, ls, I use that one a lot. Display the manual page for them. List, that's what ls means, list. So man 7, display the manual page for macro packages from section 7. So if I type in man.7, it's going to pull it up. Or you could do abbreviation 7. It says display the manual page for macro package man from 7. This is another alternative spelling for man 7 man. It may be more convenient when copying and pasting cross references to manual pages. Note that the parentheses must normally be quoted to protect them from the shell. So we got to remember that. We got to learn that when we're going to be doing stuff. So basically it's telling me that I can get to the same thing. I can get to this the same way. If whether you do this or that, it's the same thing in a sense. But it's telling me that if I use the parentheses, it may be more convenient when copying and pasting cross references. So if I'm, building stuff like manual pages, if I'm cross-referencing manual pages, because each program has a manual page, supposedly, some of them, the manual pages are are specific to many programs. That's what it's saying. You're cross-referencing to see if the manual pages are consistent, if they're the same, if if the programs work the same in a sense. And then dash A, display in succession all of the available intro manual pages contained within the manual. It is possible to quit between successive displays or skip any of them. This is what we're going to be in most of the time. We're going to be learning. This is the whole reason why I pulled it up. We're starting from the beginning. I've actually sat and have read this stuff many times, learning. But I've never actually sat down and did videos and broke down each of the manual pages, which I want to, because the stuff I'm developing and the stuff I'm going to be doing, I need to know this stuff. And you don't know it unless you continue to use it. This is what I'm saying, you guys. I need to hunker down. I got to get into the boat. I want to get all my stuff together. I would do it here, but knowing I have to leave, it's kind of throwing me off. I don't have the motivation to set everything up knowing I have to take it all down. So that's why I'm working so hard into getting, all this stuff set up. Which Margarita will be helping. Margarita, I need her bad because I'm going to be translating a lot of my stuff into Spanish. Well, she will be. Like my book and stuff, all that's getting translated into Spanish, So I'm going to have dual copies, and it's not going to be just Spanish, it's going to be French as well. And I'm writing a program right now to help me with that. So, I don't care if people know about that one. I get many programs. I've been in computer tech my whole life. Ever since I was 12, 13, you know what I mean? I haven't always been a troublemaker. I didn't get in trouble until I was 27. And it's because I didn't give a fuck. Listen, all the other stuff, I just never got in trouble. I never got caught. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it because I should be dead. That's why I thank Jesus. I thank Jesus every day for what he has given me. I do. So we're going to be doing that. Recording, screen recording, all that stuff. Which, I got to still download. We got to download a video editing program. And then I got to start doing this stuff. So I got to get the HD Pro camera working because I want to be able to record me hooking up this phone to the computer and transferring that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Which is going to be hard in a sense yet because I don't have a stand for that camera. And I'm working on it. So, no messages yet for the motor. I had a guy stop by yesterday, he had the money, man. That guy has the money for that motor. He just wants me to provide something I can't provide him. So there's no reason to message him back or anything. There's no reason to do anything. If he wants it, he'll come and get it. Serious, he'll come and get it. So, he knows that it has 40,000 miles, man. He knows. He was doing the right thing. He's following the rules, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. It's that simple. I can't give you something I cannot get. I don't have. I'm tempted to put the trans in my truck. Serious. I'm half tempted to do it. Because that Holley Sniper intake, right? Listen, that Holley Sniper intake, I can use a trans controller. That Holley Sniper intake, I can get that to control that trans. You think they haven't figured that out? They do. About to use it. If it doesn't sell soon, I'm about to use it. But then I have no way of making any money. I don't have anything to sell to get the parts. So I got to find work. That's the whole problem. That's the whole issue. That's why I have it listed. That's why I am selling it. So I can have some money in my hand to start this. I would trade the transmission for something that was worth trading for. If they brought me a 5-speed manual car, 4-cylinder, that wasn't all rusted out completely, that just needed some work, I would take it. I would. Especially if it was a Mazda or a Toyota or Honda, Nissan, one of those. Even a Isuzu. I love a Isuzu. You guys will see me driving a Isuzu, no problem. Suzuki as well. Suzuki's a really good company when it comes to motors. Listen, that Geo Metro motor that I just sold, the 3-cylinder, the 1-liter 3-cylinder, they're turning into airplane motors. Think about that. They're taking a car motor, right? A 3-cylinder engine out of a Suzuki, right? That Suzuki Swift, which is considered Geo Metro in the United States of America. They're taking them completely apart, and they're putting all these aftermarket parts on them, racing parts on them, and then putting them on propeller-driven planes. That tells you something. Listen, a person is not going to go take the time and put a motor on a plane that they know ain't going to be reliable. That 3-cylinder motor is one of the most reliable engines they ever made. That's true. It's truth. And it's very, it's very balanced. It's very, very balanced. Surprisingly, you would think it wouldn't be because it has 3 cylinders. Does it have problems after you start pushing it? Yeah, once you get it to, a certain point, you can't really go any more farther. That's because it's the head design, it's got that split port head for the exhaust because it's a 3-cylinder. That's the only part that really kind of fucks it up. But they, those people, they've worked around it. They figured it out, You can look at these motors, man. I'll post some of them sometime. They're Suzuki G10s. All you gotta do is type in Suzuki G10 on the internet and you'll see these motors, man. They're mostly on stands. You don't see them mostly on planes. Because most people, when they're building them, they're building outside of the plane and they're taking pictures and stuff before they're putting it on the plane. And these planes are hobby planes, these aren't like aircraft, like that type of aircraft. These are small budget hobby planes that people, are flying themselves, out of, curiosity, that's what interests them, like me and my Linux, my cars and the boating, the sailing, it's the same thing. They're really into it. I would love to meet one of those guys because to build that motor, those Suzuki G10s, to those type of specifications that they're building those things for these airplanes is insane. Like they're putting they're putting turbos on them that go on diesels. Like, what the fuck? Like, you gotta know what you're doing, and you're looking at these things, these are in people's backyards, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? These guys must have a lot of money. It's not that, it's they have a lot of grace. God didn't give everyone intelligence. That's why you're not supposed to judge. It's another reason why you don't judge. God didn't create everyone with intelligence, man. He gave you a choice. That choice is yours to be intelligent or not. That's why we are his highest creation, because he gave us that option, Listen, we're the only creation he's ever created, right, that has the option, has the choice to be with him or not to be with him. Think about that, right? The Bible clearly says that no animal can receive the Spirit of Christ, right? That they're just that, an animal. We're the only animals, right, that have been created through evolution. God created evolution. God spoke it into existence. You got to remember that we have a choice, all those other animals, they just die. They go right back to the ground. They go where they came from. God cursed us. Said, the ground you'll go from where you came from. He basically just said right there that we were made from the earth. So you got to remember, man, you can't choose. You don't have a choice, really. You don't. The Spirit clearly says that all children, all men and women, in the end times will prophecy, will call out my name, will say my name, will scream it. He's saying, listen, man, I couldn't tell you how many people are prophesying over the internet. I prophesy all the time. And it's his chosen ones. It's because we're focused on him, right? His spirit's in the air everywhere. He's influencing all of us at all times. When you're influenced by him and you're speaking about his love, right? You're prophesying his love because it's him speaking through you. He's using you as a tool. He's using you. He's everywhere. He's using me physically, right? He does it to everyone that chooses to listen to him, listen to their heart. He knows your heart's corrupt. He knows that the only way for you to worship him, for you to come to him, is through Jesus Christ. You have to. There is no other way. There isn't. That meditation, all that stuff, that don't get me to help my heart. That meditation just helps me from my mind racing. It doesn't stop me from having those bad thoughts. Those bad thoughts are from the evil one. I know, Claw. He hasn't ate. And all the ants are eating the food. Flies, ants. I know, baby. I have a feeling he's got a bird. He's not hungry. He's in a lot of pain. He wants attention. He just straight up laid on me. That's a first. And he's getting used to me. That's good. I get you help soon, Bubba. Gotta. That's another reason why I'm trying to sell this trans too. You know, I want to Bill a car, help him get a car because he needs one. That car ain't gonna last another year or two. It's gonna be done. Listen, man, you should see how he has that car put together. Underneath, I don't know how that car is driving. It's totally rusted, completely blown out underneath. It's not as bad as I'm making it sound, but it's bad. So, it's bad enough to where I don't feel comfortable leaving the state, you know what I mean, and not being able to help him out, knowing that car can break at any minute. Like, that's his only vehicle, you know, and his mom is 90-something, 95, right? His sisters are older than him. He has 2 sisters and a mom he takes care of. That's their only car that's legal, that runs. They don't have money like that. They all live off the government. They all get, you know, checks every month. That car goes, he goes, you understand? All of them go. Just like the old man right here. He's 93, right? He's gonna pass away soon. He's getting rough. He's not even coming out half the time. He's not feeding the cats. He's not feeding them when he's usually doing. Like when he gets up in the morning, like that Freddy cat, that girl, has been coming to my porch because he's forgetting to feed the cats. He's forgetting to get up. He's, you know, sleeping through half the day. He's 93, man. You should see his arms. His arms are completely dehydrated. I told him to drink water the other day. I don't drink water. I ain't never drunk water. Yes, sir. So he wants to die. Which I mentioned in the video, the reason why he's like that is because of Rosie. So Rosie passed away. That was his little boo thing. So he's been miserable ever since she left. So old Rosie, the next door neighbor, and him were kicking it, you know, out of convenience. That's how it was, what it was. Out of straight up convenience. Rose didn't care for him like that. Rose didn't find him attractive. Rose just hung out with him, you know what I mean? Fought with him. It was one of those things out of convenience, you know what I mean? You could tell. But she lived in this home right here. She passed away. She would come over every day and walk over to the old man's house right there. And they would, you know, she would go in there and would be in there for about an hour, you know. She'd come back, go back in her house. That was it. I watched it every day. Every day she did this. I'm sure not every time was, what you guys are thinking, I'm sure they drank coffee together, you know what I mean? Fucking hung out, He drinks, he's 93 and still drinks. Crazy to me. No, it's not crazy because I dated a girl a long time ago, and what's funny is her grandma was like 98 or something like that. Fucking crazy. And we went up north, and she had this tricycle. She's so old she couldn't ride a regular bike, She had a tricycle with a big fat seat, and it was funny because every morning this woman was like Rocky, man. She would crack 2 eggs, raw eggs, put them in the cup, a glass, right? Drink it raw. She didn't mix it up, didn't mix the yolk up or anything, just straight tipped it back. And then next to her fridge she kept a 12-pack of Budweiser, not Bud Light, not all that other stuff, Budweiser, and it had to be warm. She kept it next to her fridge. She drank 1 beer a day. That was her breakfast. Listen, that's what she drank, and that's what her breakfast was every day. I watched this woman drink 2 fucking raw eggs and drink 1 warm beer. Crazy, man. And then get on this trike and ride half a mile, and ride half mile back down her block. She had if you rode down the road to the main road, it was about a half mile, then you turn around, come back. That's what she did every day. She was a fucking Rocky. She was a beast, There goes my neighbor in her Chrysler 300. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like he did something to it. What's up? You alright? You gotta get this fixed? What happened? The donut blow out?
What?
The exhaust.
Oh.
The donut or something?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Sounds good.
It does. I was wondering, I'm like, it sounded like a fucking V8 when you rolled up. I'm like, it sounds kind of good. That's what I thought. It sounded kind of good. I think it's just the donut is leaking a little bit. Yeah. I like this car. My uncle had one. He had a Chrysler 300. It was one of my favorite cars he had. It was fast. These are quick, aren't they? Yeah, I bet. I like them. You doing alright?
Alright.
Trying to get stuff done. Trying to get this trans sold. Some guy named Pedro came yesterday. He wants me to prove there's 40,000 miles on it. I'm not trying to call my uncle and deal with him. He's an asshole. So, obviously the guy's not a car guy. He's looking for a warranty. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for a guarantee I can't give him. Even if the trans right has 40,000 miles, it could pop still. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I mean? So I told I told him you're better off just going to the trans shop. Pay the money. You get the warranty. What's up? Hitting your car. Listen, the guy yesterday, another guy, he had a Chevy 3500. They told him 800. I told him, yeah, for a rebuild. And I told him what he told me, which I kind of thought he was kind of lying. I'm thinking it's like 1200, right? I know. And it's a 4L80E. So I'm thinking right, that's what I told him. New converter, new bolts, and he'd be good to go. Yeah, I told him you got to replace the torque converter, new bolts, and he would have a truck to get him around the country. But he told me 800, and he's like, you got to come lower than that. I told him 1,000, bring me, 10 $100 bills, it's already ready to go. We'll put it in your truck. He's like, you got to do better than that. I'm like, I'll do 9 and help you lift it in the truck and give you the intercooler. He never responded, so I'm assuming he got the transmission from the trans shop. And then Pedro yesterday came by. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm buying Broham Villa. Broham. Yeah, I'm getting him another one. I found him one. He's helped me out so much before I leave the state. I promised I would help him. I found one for $3,500. It's clean. I know, but it's part of what I'm doing with him. I'm gonna try to help him get some of those cars out, you know what I mean, and actually work on them. He doesn't have help,
I helped him put the screen door on.
Yeah, he told me that. He told me I told him I was gonna see if I get you to come help too. Try to get us all together, do something before I leave.
Yeah, I know. I went down there. He was so happy. Like, he was taking pictures with his camera and his sisters all hugging him.
It's awesome. Yeah, it helps, man, when you don't, he hasn't had nobody intelligent besides you and me to hang out with, and he's what, 90? No, he's 60, right? I pick on him. He's in his 60s, man. He's the same year as my dad. He's in the same year as my dad age.
He's not even there.
Yeah, who knows? With him, you don't know sometimes. I don't know if his imagination runs wild. I tell Bill, man, come down to earth for a minute. I do. I love it. Everybody sees it on the internet. So, but
I'm gonna go to KFC.
yeah, go. Yeah, no, I just ate. I'm going to finish this video, and I'm going to figure out my day for the day. I gotta do something. Right now, I'm working on Linux stuff, computer stuff.
My dad's supposed to come over and I'm going to the food line. I haven't seen him all day.
Well, if he comes by, I see you out there, I'll come over.
Yeah, he should be out there.
All right, well, go get you some food. All right. Yep. Yeah, that's Ryan. I like Ryan, man. He just, he's opening up to me. He don't know me. That's the thing. His problem is he's been fucked around with, you know what I mean? He has these beliefs in his head. He basically was justifying, he was, listen, man, he was judging me and didn't know me. Now he's realizing, okay, this guy ain't that bad. So that's that. Yeah, so, yeah. It's good Ryan's coming around finally. I've been waiting for it. It's good. See what happens? See how he said that? How Bill has been taking pictures and stuff? It's because I've been bringing life into his life, right? I take my time to go out of my way to help him just as he does me. And look what it just did. It just opened Ryan's heart. You see, Ryan's been watching these videos. It's good. I'm glad you're watching these videos, Ryan. I'm serious. I've been picked on too, man. I've been fucked with too. My whole life. I still deal with it. People always tell me I'm not capable of doing what it is that I'm capable of doing. It happens all the time. I get put down a lot because of it. I know what it is. It's because they can't do it and they are jealous a lot of times or envious because they want to do it and they feel some type of way. And the reason why is because they're allowing the evil one to hold them in their heart. Ryan has a heart. His heart, he wants to love. You can see it. He wants to love. He wants to. And he's going to. I'm going to show him how. It's not hard. All you got to do is ask Jesus to come in your life. He will do it. He had to show me. Believe me, I'm fucked up, man. You hear me? I'm a fucked up person, man. I've done some fucked up shit that I'll take to the grave. You hear me? I'll take that shit to the grave. Ain't no one will ever know besides God or Margarita. Margarita's the only one that I would ever tell this stuff to. No, it's not gay shit. No, it's not. I didn't kill nobody or anything like that. It's just personal stuff. Things I have seen. Things I have seen other people do. Those type of things. You know what I mean? There's no reason to talk about it, really. The only way I would talk about it is if I was trying to learn something from it and teach somebody something from it, but I would never say names. So, but I'm about to get ready. Take off this hoodie because it's getting warm out. Put on some socks. I just slipped on these fucking shoes. I'm gonna check my messages and stuff. It's an hour video, and I'm surprised it hasn't clipped out yet. So, yeah, as soon as this is uploaded, I figure out what's going on. Maybe somebody can bring me some money. If not, we're just gonna be hibernating. We're gonna be doing Linux stuff all day long. So we're going to be learning manual pages. We're going to be learning how to read and set up all this stuff. I'm going to be learning a lot. So y'all gonna be learning with me. Hopefully, if y'all are actually listening. So, yeah. I'm out. I'll see you guys a little bit. I'm gonna go basically eat, refuel, upload this, hang out until that time comes where I can start recording again. You know, within that time, hopefully maybe something happens, you know? Maybe I have something for you guys. More than just, you know, computer stuff. Which, I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather just do the computer stuff. Bring me money, honestly, I'm serious. Just bring me money so I can get some weed and some food. And then I'm going to be hibernating in this house. I only have a few more weeks to get this done, man. I got to try to get all this stuff installed, running, and figure out exactly what it is I'm trying to do before I even get to the boat, you know? Because I got to be able to buy equipment. I got to have money to buy all this equipment and stuff, and it's not going to be easy. I'm really looking, I want to go look at this boat. I really do. It's only 3,200. It's 27 foot. It's the exact boat that I dream of to start on. It's the boat that I dreamed of actually traveling the ocean around the world and try to set a new record. I doubt that will happen though, because it's too big. The ones, I don't know. People have done it though. The last guy that did it, I think it's from South America. He was like late 20s, maybe. I forget his name. I gotta look him up. I'll look it up, see if I gotta say, I'm pretty sure that was a boat he sailed in. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the boat and stuff too. I'm gonna go look for it on my phone. I saved it in Facebook Marketplace, but that doesn't mean it's there. You know, it could have been sold or who knows. So I'll let you guys go. I'm going to upload this. I'm going to basically get ready, eat, smoke, drink the rest of my coffee. Figure out the game plan, you know, check my emails, check my Facebook messages, all that stuff. So either we're going to be doing car stuff or Linux stuff, one of the two. Take care. Have a good day, man. Have a good weekend. So, you know, it is Sabbath. It is Saturday. So, you know, take your time with your children. Take your time with your kids. Take time to go say hi to your parents if you haven't seen them. This is God's day. It's God's day to rest. God rested this day. God is resting. You have to understand that. God rests on Saturday. He does. He rested on Saturday. You think he don't rest now? He does. He likes to see on Saturdays he likes to enjoy his creation on Saturdays. He likes to have a laugh at, you know, everything. So, you know, yeah. Go be like him. Have a laugh at everyone and, you know, go enjoy the day. I'm serious. If you take the time for your family and go out of your way for them, bless them. It doesn't matter with money. You don't need money, man. Make something. You know, tell them something. You know, tell them something you always wanted to say. That type of thing, you know. Pray for them, you know. Maybe go out of your way to make something for somebody food-wise, you know.